Hello, it's me, Indigo Wavecaster. Is this thing working? Everything's working. My mic's working. Game audio's working. Oh my gosh, everything's working. Alright. So this is it. This is Final Fantasy Dawntrail. I'm gonna start it now. This is the game that I was most excited for the whole year. Out of everything that was announced last year or the year before or whatever else. This is the game that I was looking most forward to out of everything. And as you can see, here's my character right now. Level 90 Reaper. I tried Reaper a few minutes ago and I had to learn it. I feel like I can't get it quite right, so maybe I'll try to learn off screen. And then there's the fact you have to level it up since it starts at 80 to get into the main story, the MSQ as they say. And I have this kind of futuristic gear to go with my weapon, my futuristic looking weapon, which turns blue. It's blue, then it turns purple, like that. So I thought that outfit would go with the weapon when we're fighting and stuff. Put it away. Okay. I haven't even started yet. I just logged in and then got the Viper. Got the Viper class and did the very first quest. It tried to teach me how to play it, but I still found it very difficult to understand. Okay, so where do I need to go? The Valdesian A. There's a warp to get over there. Or Aetherite Chron. Ethernet. DC and A next there. Alright, let's start. That's the starting of Dawntrail. Dunjika has a message for you. Yeah, we're supposed to help. What's her name? Wook Lamak? So her trying to ascend the throne. These weeks managed to secure passage to Toral aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. Alright. Where's the designated location? Oh, main hall. Yes. The very first thing, talk to Lalafell and then wait. We got the twins. And Cryo. The only one yet to arrive is Ehrenfeld himself. Right, he's gonna be with us. He was in the trailer. I didn't expect him to become like a major character, but here we are. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Toral. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. That's fine, Aaronville. I doubt anyone expected we have a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now's the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Toral, yes? Wook Lamont. Our first female lioness. What's the lioness race called again? I'll figure it out later. We have not forgotten. No. The nation of Tolierlal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alphanaud and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Toral, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilsabard. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Cryo? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Which is the earring she's wearing right now, which everyone thought was going to be Green Mage instead of the painting class, the magic painting class. I'm too excited, I can't remember what anything is called. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Gold City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail and let the wind take us as she pleases. We won't make you dancer by standing here and talking about it. I go wherever adventure is to be found. That one! We are the adventurer. That's what they tell me. Right then, if all are still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. Let's go! I wanted to see Toral already. Alright, Anvil. Ready to board the ship? Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Let's go. Also, was hoping the expansion would start with more voice lines, but I guess not yet. Maybe when we start sailing? Maybe when we get there? It'll be neat to fight some sea monsters on the way, maybe.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Hell yeah.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Toral may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bootheswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
It's fine, we can fight sea monsters.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience. which will be of great comfort in the days ahead.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
Why did she look between them? I don't get it.
It's time. I trust you have everything you need.
Yeah, let's go.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Cattenbrand did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Toral.
But the twins' parents saw them off. That's nice. I'm gonna assume they said their goodbyes off screen. Maybe even a hug, yes?
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Waklamat.
That's us. Or that's me, I should say. Okay. Let's go, let's go. Or are you just gonna skip? We're just gonna get there? Are we close? Does that look like islands we just hit, or? Alright.
Smooth sailing so far?
Can't you see he's carrying a crate?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Toral was far, but it's another thing to really know.
Have you sailed to other continents before, Cryo? I wonder.
Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession.
Uli Yorlal. Trying to
Since we still
get the
have a way to
pronunciation
go,
right.
why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own. Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Well, if he made it to Uli Yorlal, then yes. Alice, what do you think? I can feel my edge start to dull on these long sea voyages. How about some slight sparring later? Wook Lamat. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Okay. What is that? That orange crystals? Just, you know, let's pick it up and look at it. Trial. Have you spoken with our shipmates? Taral is a good distance away. It might be a pleasant way to pass time. Yeah. It really makes me feel like captain of the ship standing there. Jintain? Oh, this will be my first visit to Taral. Von Jintain's the name. I was working at Thames Aesthetics in Aldan, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visited Charlotte in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger has suddenly opened up. I'm told the dawn servant welcomes all regardless of origin, so Tuliyala seems like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Every name you spoke of was so difficult to pronounce. Oh, look at a gleaner. I heard Aaronville was still looking for passage to Tuliyala, so I managed to squeeze his party aboard one of our chartered vessels. As fortune would have it, we have just scheduled an expedition to Taral. Retired mercenary. I see you in Eorzea before. You great and famous hero. Gah, I had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Taral, it's become impractical. Well, I'm glad you can speak correctly. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds. Burly adventurer. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Keteram. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot in Taral, almost 80 years ago. The Mammal Jaw's leader is said to have welcomed Keteram with open arms, and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. Potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. Oh, the tale says Ketenram returned to Taral several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is a testimony to the ocean's peril. Are we gonna, like, get, ship gonna get tossed around by a storm or something? Alpha, no! There you are. I'm told this vessel has been equipped with a barrier generator to protect it from storms. A reassuring thought, though I nevertheless prayed there would be no need for it. Let's fight a sea monster, let's do it. Do you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants in the right of succession, young Wuklama being one of them, of course. But from what a Mama Jewel bloke was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Are they below deck? Oh, there he is. To old Charlie. Oh, okay. That takes me back. That teleports me back. An adventurer, I presume. I'm a merchant myself, based in Olda. Specialty imports and exports. Eorzean and Torila both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this. It's not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Mikote, the Hetsero, the Hrothgar, that's the lion race, lion and lioness. The Exbrawl, not because every member of a given clan is of the same race line, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. That's everyone. Are you happy now, Cryle? Trying to make me more social, Cryle? Did you learn anything of interest? Oh, I haven't heard that about the clan name, so we should ask Wook Lamok and Lamont and Aaronville teach us the ones we should know. Naturally, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. Yeah, make it a voice cutscene so I know how to pronounce the new clan names.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
I randomly scrolled on Twitch on my phone because I'm bored, came across your stream. I also live stream through YouTube, and I do cute try-on hauls in yoga. You can find myself on. Also, my specialty. So if you wanna, sorry, I'm trying not to get banned by talking about 18 plus stuff. So let me just, yeah, let's not do that, please. Don't link me to your 18 plus stuff, please. Okay. How's your stomach? Any better? She's seasick. Okay, I get it.
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick.
But you're being seasick right now.
I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Exactly.
Aaronville, you were born in Tyrol, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements
Shatona?
mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother,
He seemed hesitant to talk about his mom. Something must have happened.
Oh dear.
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
Yeah. Let's go. Should have known it wouldn't be smooth sailing.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since. The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
We're just throwing each other around. What happened to the barrier? Did it get knocked offline?
Our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses.
Oh, there we go.
Shield us from the lightning.
We have to help turn it on. Okay. There we go.
What an extraordinary life she must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
We use it to fight Leviathan, though not against lightning. Just trying to keep the ship from sinking.
Woklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
You're a funny guy, Aaronville.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Everyone just left us here? We could have leaned against the wall to sleep. Though that close up to the face though. And then the light coming from the window? Are they trying to show off the new graphics upgrade? It does look nice though.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air?
Yep.
Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground.
Seasick but too proud to admit it.
Can't be much farther now, can it?
Birds.
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
That makes sense.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Oh, it's really shallow here.
clear skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
This is like a trailer.
There, look at my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At
Ooh,
last,
that looks better.
we've come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
What's all these rock formations out here coming off of the main town? City? Town? Port town? Port city? Oh, it's so pretty. Totally yellow. There's a Aether right there. So colorful. It gives me the same feelings when I first walked through Rossenhan. Big city, based on a place in the real world, very colorful, just amazing to look at.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Yeah, I agree.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihiola are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
I'm glad she found that funny. Even if it's a little bit odd.
You
Alright.
are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihiola?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
Look at him.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you...
Oh, I didn't mean to skip it.
Anyway, first things first.
Let's see the city. Come on, let's go.
I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
All right, I want to see the rest of the trailer scenes. I want to eat. I want to eat a giant taco with Grahatia. He's not here right now. He'll probably make it over here later then. Run for it, run for it. Oh. I was supposed to talk to Aaron, but he's back over there at the port waiting for me to talk to him. High Tide Harbor. I didn't even see him. I just ran past him. Alright, what do you got to say? Well, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. You have arrived in Toliolol. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the swarthy sailor in Scholar's Harbor in Old Charlian. Mountain Chromite weapon. I have the relic gear from the last expansion. It might not be good enough. What's my weapon? 665. This one is 645. So yeah, I'll just keep the chest in my inventory for now. Right then, first things first. I still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize we just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the Rite of Secession begins. No arguments here. Should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha! We were wondering who these strange folks were, so the Third Promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Book Lamont, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The Third Promise does not get seasick, no sir. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I recruited them to help me win this Rite of Secession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the Third Promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to, command a respectful distance, but you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please don't worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. They have a point. Wilk Lamont is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in two groups as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Azure, you and Crowd can come with me. I'll take the twins in. We'll get in touch once we have a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps you should wait a bit, at least until Woke Lamont's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. But with the contest looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. And we already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay. Mostly small fishing boats, or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yuk-Toral, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. The wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Okay. Alright, let's go. Is this it? This is Bayside Bevy, Piliola's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Alright, I should mention that here in Toliala, we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Mayoris, so most shops are happy to accept your gil. There's also What You Meki. Another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have other places to show you first. Next we'll head back a bit, then northwards up to the stairs to a certain plaza. Hehe, I can't wait to see the look on your faces. Okay. Leaf meat. Here at the Wing of Reflection, we offer work to willing artisans by way of petitions filled by the citizenry of Toral. You make further inquiries. You need but speak with Mali Holly. Welcome. Seeking work, have you? You want a word with Molly Holly? I'm sure she's requested trade from. Is this for like crafters and gatherers? What is this? Market board. Okay. Dawn Hunt vendor. Apologies, friends, but I can only offer wares to hunters approved by the Dawn Bright Coalition. In order to be eligible for the quest, a new dawn, a new hunt, you must have met the following requirements. You must complete the side quest Elite and Dangerous. You must have completed the main center quest, the Rite of Secession. Okay, so that's for later on in the game then. Right next to the hunt board, so probably it's probably for that then. Okay. I get it, I get it. Oh, Aetherite Shard. What's up here? Nothing? Okay, just for people to look around, look out into the ocean. That's cool. The beach. Oh, is this a bar? Come in, have a seat. Can I give you an order of our famous tacos? Oh. I'm gonna eat tacos with brahatilla like in the trailer. Gemstone Trader, Retainer Vocate, okay. Battlecraft Supplier, Tradecraft Supplier. The maiming, right? Okay. Looks like everything's like made out of leather. Like the mender. Okay. Material melder. Okay, that's the main aetherite. I should get that. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have aetherites in Toria Law? I think I told you before, but my brother Koona spent 3 years studying in Charlian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways, and brought back to us the knowledge of aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once, had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again, and then up the slopes to the side. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Zakhtaral. Let's make a stop at Bright Plume Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters for the Lands Guard. Let's do the attuning thing. Alright. The Resplendent Quarter? What's that? Are these like what, residential neighborhoods or what? Well, up this way then? Are we going the right way? We have a lot of narrow winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. She already said that. Ah, what do you have to say? Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Woklama gets her endless endurance. Let's go. Game waited until I landed before it let me teleport, but okay. Understandable, I guess. Look at this place. I probably missed a few. Yeah. I missed this one. And the dirigible landing. Okay. Here we are, Bright Plume Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tolia law and preserving the peace. The Lands Guard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least in the 3 years ago, when Zoral Ja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alpha Node and Alice should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time I showed you the Skygate. It's right at the northern end of Talon March. We'll go inside the building? Can we? Oh, we can! This is Bright Bloom Post, headquarters of Lands Guard. You're welcome to look around, but take care not to interrupt our training. Now that I completed my field training, I'm checking our stock, not just counting it, mind, but making note of each item's condition. Should worst come to worst, it could mean the difference between life and death. Okay. You'll see people training here. Put all your strength in the blow, he says. Massive, isn't it? On the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yokhui. Strictly speaking, Toral is actually two separate continents, Yok Toral and the southern lands of the mother, and Zak Toral, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and one threw the other to the ground. The impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale, I am put in mind the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiark. But getting back to Zak Toral, those lands are also part of the Toli Yolal nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the people of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Toral have been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Zak Toral requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the rite session is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I wish we'd go there now. I'll hold you to that. I've never broken my word. Once the throne's mine, that travel permit is yours. We must have covered half the city by now. Toli Yolal is unlike any other place I visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Look, Wook Lamont is ready to commence the second half of your Toli Yolal tour. We'll head west next, towards the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too? Toli Yolal certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. Let's go. The Arch of Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something anxious as you walk. It is a really big city, though. There's a lot of, like, kind of empty space. I already attuned to this one, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to this area. I'm still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of a Yokoi temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Zaktoral to appease the gods who slumber in the Great Ocean Trench. After the Yokoi withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Toral. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we're passing by the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest resident district in Toliala. We climb these set of stairs here, all the way up. Let's see. Head to the Resplendent Quarter, which... okay. Here? These stairs? There's stairs here too. It's just someone's house that we're just like walking through. Okay, so these are actually houses over here. And they decide not to let anyone walk through. Good decision. Hi, a random person's house where we're just gonna walk through. He's a goblin? Moblin. The Moblin style building home is designed to keep shady cool, while the Toliala building homes keep airy light. Both together would surely make for the ultimate comfy rest. Oh, look, the small door opens. That's cool. First, let's get the Aetherite shard so I don't have to find it again. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from the Yoktora clans: Mamoja, Sabral, Pelu Pelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We have Tono, Walta, Hetsaro, and Shetona who moved south from their ancestors' land in Zaktoral. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Toral. A true representation of Toliala's diverse character. The adornments on each building contributes to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's also beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come. We continue down the stairs. Okay. Like, just so many places is just kind of hide from the other players and just kind of hang out somewhere. So where are the stairs? I just jumped down. I'm too lazy to find the stairs. Wait, where's the Aetherites? Right there. Are these the dirigibles up here? These giant basket looking things? Alright. Here we are. Here are dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you definitely find balloons in Tel Yalal. You have them for the exact reasons as the Aetherite. Koana brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their constructions. This was about 3 years ago. Since that time, we added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities have never been easier. But that's enough about the rituals. The Arch of Dawn awaits. Okay. That leads to another area outside of the town, I see. Alpaca Keep. We ride alpacas here instead of chocobos, I see. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as Jacques Toral Landgate. But when Papa founded Toli Yalam, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Due the Great is Kazamauk, the wetlands south of the cities. South of the city. Depending on what the writing succession asks for us, we might end up going in that direction. Kazamauka. The name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. Fearsome, they seem quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Crow. You'll learn soon enough. Okay, we'll take your word for it. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. But there's an Aether right here. I don't think I got that Aether right yet. The 4 Ard cabins. Alright. Let's go back up and talk to them. If you wish to learn the story of Toli Yalal, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? Mountain Chromite chest gear. What is my chest gear? Okay, so it's useful, I guess. What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations. If you take a really good look, you'll see something much more interesting. Inspect the stone pillars. Let's do it. People on them are doing different. Wait. Yeah, the pictures are different on it. pictures. No, wait. These are glyphs. They seem to tell us serious stories, many of the future two-headed Mamuja. Oh, then this must be... That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Galul Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tolialal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tolialal came to be. Study them as long as you like. Four stones closest to us covered the first half of Papa's travel. Let's start with those. Okay. This trailer tells the lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts a scene where Papa grants an audience to the foreign explorer, Ket something. I can never remember the name. Keter Man? Was that it? Ketenram. You mean Ketenram? That's the one. Ketenram's arrival in Toral is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit if not blood, but no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Captain Ram's disappearance is a mystery to Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kazumauk. The people Alphanaut almost mistook for Vanu Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so there's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Probably one of the tribes we can do quests for later on. This one recounts the Lay of Repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is Zabral, like me. For decades, the Zabral and Mamul Ja were at war for control of the forests of Yektil. The action Papa took to end the conflict have been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Toliala. There is a clan of Hrothgar and Bozja known as Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Toral, Zabral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location. This is the Lay of Pots, which depict the moblins of Kazumauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. And moblin goods are standards when it comes to gift giving. So, when you tell me that, I'm thinking crafting quests for crafters? Like a tribe quest of crafters? Clearly, the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Torali counterparts. When we're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Yeah, let's do that. The Way of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelupelu, whose homeland is in Urkelpacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tolialal's markets, and the traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Toral. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. Ah, delay of proof. That big fellow is of Yokoi, the largest of Toral's peoples. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yoktoral. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northward, setting their sights on Zaktoral. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gate. Sometime after launching the northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urkapacha, and I never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. There was a people with power. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Toril history? This one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank letter for the next chapter of Toril Law's history, whatever that might be. Lay of Ice. This one is my favorite, the Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Taral Vidral, Valigarmonda. I should explain, a Taral Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Tataru described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valigarmonda itself was dubbed the Sky Rune, a name earned for the destruction and terror visited upon Taral every time it stirred from a slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging withdrawal and seal away in the Urkopacha Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valigarmonda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Toliala's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. How'd you feel history did? Yes, thank you. Glad to hear. You'll feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprise that they're seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while, but now I think I'm ready to eat again. Let's go have ourselves a bite at the local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. Wait, is this the marketplace one? Aether Shard? So I did it already? Yeah, I did. Okay. Don't have patience for stairs and going through buildings. I just jump down to where I'm needed. Wait, are they above me? Well, there they are. Have you had tacos? They're totally a law classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour filled with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they are made here. Sabalyav Thai best. I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Baruch Ivu. Okay. This is how we get downstairs. And we're downstairs.
Brookevo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Where's Grahatia? He's supposed to eat tacos.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Yeah.
Did you hear the Silver Scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
Okay.
Can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Agreed. So it's just a city no one ever found before. How exciting!
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils. Oh.
The heck?
Oh.
If it isn't the third promise.
Chameleon eyes in that second head.
No.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Oh, you're generic bad guy. Number 1.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us. Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family.
Hmm.
Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Can we just fight him already? He wants to be fought.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed Mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa,
Bunewa. Oh, the chameleon looking ones. Okay, cool.
and the Dopro.
Dopro.
Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Rubico and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, being contacted.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
Maybe I should buy tacos for dinner. I think the street taco truck is still open, right? Even on 4th of July, right? Let's go. I look forward to trying some authentic Toliala cuisine, but we should hurry and join up with the others at the palace. Alright, it's been a climb to the top. We can head up from those from the quarter or even the western side of Talon March. Now that you have an idea of how to say that, I'll let you find your own way to Volok Shunsa. Oh, my poor empty belly. Let's not march through this city if we don't have to. I mean, through the marketplace with all the players, and then it slows down the game because there's too much going on. Okay. It's a Talon March up here. Okay, Resplendent Quarter. Well, they said it was going to be a climb up, so here we are. City of Stairs, indeed. The arterial climb. We're here now, right? The Winged Walk. Very fancy names. Sorry, I was just checking something on the other screen. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going. You made it. Good. We're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Okay. But there. Got the stats of the new gear, but made it so it looks like my my plate, my fashion plate, whatever it's called. That's a lot of cutscenes. Okay. I should make some food or something. Okay. Let me be right back. And put the stream on pause for a little bit. And I'll be right back. I'll be gone for just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay. All I did was put some food into the air fryer. Some pizza rolls. That should tie me over into dinner, I think. But bunch of cutscenes, let's go. Hopefully they're all voiced, so I don't have to read so much. I've acquainted I acquainted the twins with the city as best as I could in a short time. The unbridled enthusiasm has made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly corals. Corals? Coerals? I understand it all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then. Now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. This is how you get introduced to the new expansion.
Estinian? When did he get here?
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Taral.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
He's just traveling
Our
around.
itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I
Lamati?
want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh, okay.
we see you in the palace. Greetings, Solanash.
It's Erenville now, Don Servant.
Ella Nash. You have a special name they're
I took
hiding?
the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamatis recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered steel. Yet as much as I enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Okay.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
There's that guy. We already met him.
The claimants are assembled.
Wait. Where are the other ones?
The first promise, Zorolja.
Okay.
The second promise, Ona.
Kona. Okay. He's the one who went to Sardian and came back.
Third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to thee always for inspiration. The right of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamuja at all.
Okay, that's new then for them.
So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
That's why the fourth guy came in. Him.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the one-head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
There you go, Kona. Let him know.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yoctoral and find the City of Gold.
Alright. I think this was mentioned in the trailer, right? With the Find the City of Gold. I can't remember.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer us proof, my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
He kept the location of the city a secret.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
Some of the other claimants, we don't get to see who their helpers are. And we already know some of them. The other Dawn, what was it? What's this? These are from the pillars.
The Tuliyola saga.
Yeah.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gate.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja just successor and be done with it.
The right of succession begins
He should have talked. He should have put him in his place.
watching you progress with great interest.
He should have let him know. Just don't disrespect my final wish as king, brat.
And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
I wanted to see who. I'm forgetting everyone's names. It's okay. I want to see who Thancred was working
You
with.
are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible.
Let me be right back. Okay, I'm back. Pizza rolls. I have pizza rolls right next to me.
Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City. Addressed to my grandfather, Galuf.
Galuf. I keep saying Gulof all this time.
Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
It looks sad. Uh-oh.
No, not at this time.
What? Nothing?
I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City.
Alright, okay.
Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
I wonder if he died during... Maybe he was one of his companions? Like during his journey and he died. Or after the journey he died. Or during the journey. We'll never know until later on. But I have a feeling they traveled together back then.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Why not?
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I
burned
worry that you were
myself.
swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
We already agreed.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it.
And then we also... That's important and all, but we also need to eat tacos together.
Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another?
I want to see where this journey leads.
So you are committed to your path?
Yeah.
I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
I don't want to see him, like, maybe he has a different outfit where he can fight.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja.
Yeah.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Saralja, the first promise and commander of the Landscape. Saralja, the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Saralja is indeed the natural child of Guru Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children.
Really?
Yet Saralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Saralja, the warmonger.
Oh, wow, okay. Did I expect that from him?
Cryle?
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing, Cryle?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Saralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
It's fine, we can beat him up, right?
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier. The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Got it. Is it a gunblade? Can't see the rest of it.
Plain spoken, as always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studio.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
This guy.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Claydons. Come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
Yeah. He seems to, let's see, hate foreigners, probably a racist, thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, narcissist. By the way, we get it.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Yeah.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Wait, why did so many people leave?
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your...
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
I thought that was announced already.
I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
You're with the underdog.
Fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
We'll see who's the better one at the end, though.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Let's go. Alright, where to next? Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tulialal saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars so we could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea, let's go and take a look. That's nice and all, but can we teleport there? Even the teleporters feel so far away. That took so long to load. Okay. That makes everyone. Whoop. Lamat the tablets if you would. Of course. Everyone has a tablet, then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we established the scenes are the same, so where do we go from here? Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path he walked in reuniting Taral's people, and that we would encounter 70 electors along the way. Then we have the answer. Have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Toli Yalal saga. The events the glyphs portrayed. Do you know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season. The whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. If we're going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yogg-Toro several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. We want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail. I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it with me. I'll bring the information to us. He just shrugs. It will be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I arranged. Is it the cabins? We're finally gonna use the cabins. It is. That's right, the reservation is under Wook Lamont's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down their promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zebelev Taye. Greetings, visitor to Yalal. Welcome to our four-ard cabins. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. The ex-slave Tai. Taye? Wait, I thought they were not upstairs. Did I miss them? Because there were too many other players running about? Are they outside? What's going on? Oh, there's the destination. Okay. Await your companions embark on the rite of succession. Yes. Let's do it. Let's go. I don't even want to look at my room right now. I'm ready to go. Let's do some exploring. I trust you to be the keenness to head out, Asher. That's us. But where are Erenville and Wuk-Lamat, I wonder? Well, good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we need information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I give you credit for taking initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least? I'm honored that the Dirt Promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. What's this? It's called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. It'd be very useful in our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. Speak with Wuk-Lamat. Wait, she's not here? She's downstairs now? No? Is she just inside? Did I miss her? I looked around. She wasn't here. What happened? The loading? The Toliyolal saga features a number of Toral's clans. Two of those, the Hanu and the Pelipul, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are a cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okhanu, is located in Kazumauka. The other smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Urkopacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous good in Wachunpelo, their village. Now, as for deciding which village to visit next, why don't you put that adventurous mystic of yours to work for us, Azure? Pick our destination. Upon completing this quest, the main story will branch into two quest paths. Accepting the quest from the helpful Hanu will temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu, and vice versa. The second quest path will become available from the respective NPC once you have completed the series of quests from the first path. Furthermore, story elements and quest rewards will not be affected by your initial choice of path. Speak with the NPC you prefer and embark on the trail for the rite of succession. Let's do it. I kind of want to do the Pelu first. I just want to see what they have. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I don't have to put up be right back screen, right? It's just 1 second. I just put the dish in the sink. I'll wash it after stream. The quest to Hazumauka will become available once you complete this quest series, beginning with the approachable Pelu. Let's do it. Let's go. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concerns confirm the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Arkupacha, we depart from the Arch of Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should be aware of anything along the way. That is indeed the way to Arkupacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at Dabalyev Tai. It's all been arranged. What's this? Sights of the West? A new dawn, a new hunt? Well, these are for the hunts, I believe. Okay, this is the gate that we're talking about. I believe. Gate of Dawn. Oh, we're gonna fly there instead? That's cool. Oh, alpaca, okay. These animals can traverse Aquapacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields. All while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. But they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yoktoral. Eorzea has its chocobo and the Easternlands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a little naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. Aha, I see. What do you like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go, fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made this trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. Well, don't pull on their wool. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm, gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but we need to ride alpacas to reach Arcopacha. That's what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Arcopacha. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
I pronounced it right.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watranpello.
Truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool.
Mm-hmm.
But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say.
Yeah, out with it, man.
Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Get home like thank you or something.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
That's what you think.
Watchun Pello's down the path. Off the main road. Don't get lost.
It's right there.
Wait, if it's right there, how far are we from the town? It's really close. Look, we're already like in the outskirts of the town with their alpacas here. Oh, look, there's a monster over there, right? A rally rat pill? What? Let me just... There we go. Just let me kill one thing. This is it. Watchun Pello. Watchun Pello, home to Pelopulu. What Lamat should have arrived before us. That's not good. You come all this way for the right session? Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, the outcome is far from decided. It is, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then that deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding leader. Don't trust this little guy. Don't trust him in particular. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes. Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, I promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady. I like the sound of that. Alright, I suppose the quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Arnville, when did you... Shatona from far off Zakharel? Northern winters are bitterly cold and fierce, I'm told. I cannot imagine how I survived them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes in the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, of course. My shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wook Lamat fall prey to their affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable incentive in the minds of the Pelu. Let us all take Aaronville's words of caution to heart. Okay, let's make sure. This is a new mount? I don't think I've seen that before. Alright. We're attuned to the Aether, so if anything happens, I can just teleport back to this one. But I think I'm gonna stop here for today. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. Why am I so tired? I didn't even do anything today. Maybe a bit of cleaning up, but that's it. But yes, I will stop here today, and I will definitely continue this and I will finish Dawntrail, I know for sure. So far we're doing a lot of, you know, introducing cities, introducing new characters, which is always probably the least favorite part of new expansion in the story for me. You get to a new town, then you might have to run little chores for them so that you know the town a little bit, the people get familiar with you, and then the main story thing happens. So we're in that phase right now, but hopefully we can move on from this phase and into the meat of the story, trying to learn the lessons of the story of the saga, and then also learn the location of the Golden City and all of that. And then once we're done with all of this, hopefully we'll have another story to bring us all the way to level 100. 100! Okay, so until next time, this is Indigo Wavecaster signing off.